lagging the hell out. Okay, it seems we are live. Welcome, guys, to another live stream. I apologize for that kind of weird start, but yeah, apparently it's been going. Yeah, we are live streaming. It's Thursday right now. Some stuff has gone on this week. Obviously, we got to talk about some stuff. This isn't my usual time for live stream, but I thought I would hop on, see if any of you guys are on. If you want to come talk with me live, discuss everything that's happened this week, we do have some main topics. And of course, you can send in super chats. That's the best way to get through to me. And of course, I'll reply on stream and we'll, talk about it. I'll pop up on stream. So just like this. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. My laptop's been super laggy today. Like, I really need to clear my storage and everything and kind of figure it out. So excuse any glitches because my laptop is just not keeping up. It seems I've just used it way too much recently. But yeah, welcome to everyone that is here in the live stream. Let me know how you're doing, what you found interesting this week. Are you looking forward to anything coming up soon? Let me know. I see there's 18 of you so far. That's a decent number to start with. But yeah, so we have some main topics we're going to go through. But as I said, we're going to go through super chats first. Every time you guys send in a super chat, of course, it's supporting the channel. But of course, I'm going to be, because of that, answering it first. So we do have a first super chat. And my screen is really laggy. I look super glitchy. But I'm going to just hope it's okay. Let me know in the chat if it's okay, if I'm not lagging out or something. It's not my internet. It's my laptop. But Gary Gammon is here, and welcome, Gary. Gary sends in the first super chat. Gary says, "Hey Ben, how are you? You are so hot and sexy. How are you?" Oh, thank you very much, Gary. I really appreciate those kind words. I am good, my friend. Hopefully you're good, and hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for joining the live stream. And if there's anything you really want to talk about, Gary, I'm all ears. So this is going to be a kind of shorter live stream, maybe about half an hour long, because we don't have too many topics and I don't want to drag it out too long. It's already late here. It's the London Film Festival. I'm, busy watching films and stuff. So yeah, I don't want to drag it on till midnight or something. So we're just going to do a short one today, but of course next week we'll try and get back to normal with the longer stream. Also, I'm planning to bring in some guests, which is going to be very exciting, but for today it's just me for right now. But once again, thank you, Gary, so much for the $4.99 super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's go into our first main topic, and this is kind of to do with the title of the live stream, and that is that the CW, we have a potential update about the release date of Superman and Lois and those other shows that are coming to the network. And this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. I'm going to share my screen from the Hollywood Reporter if my laptop loads. Oh my God, this is supposed to be a good laptop. So let's get a Chrome tab open. Let's get this Hollywood Reporter article open, and hopefully there you go. It's popped up on the screen. So this is the part, and I'll put the link in the chat if you guys want to go check out the article. It says the CW, now controlled by Nexstar, has only 4 holdovers from its Mark Pedowitz-led regime. So that was the previous regime, like the Arrowverse and everything like that. And the Brad Schwartz run network is looking at April for the returns of All American and its Homecoming spinoff and Walker. So that's the 3 other shows that are part of that Mark Pedowitz era that are continuing on into this Nexstar Brad Schwartz era. And so all 3 of those shows are expected to air 13 episode seasons that will spill over into the summer, while Superman and Lois, which will return with 10 episodes, will come later to allow time for visual effects work. So there you have it. That is the Hollywood Reporter's analysis of what's going on with the CW shows and the way that they think it's going to go. Obviously, we all have our own ideas. We were saying, okay, maybe summer. Well, it seems like summer is to be expected if All American and Homecoming and Walker are actually going to be premiering in April, but they want to, spend extra time getting Superman and Lois perfect. it makes sense to go for summer. They have time. Like the actor strike isn't over. So if the actor strike is over this week or next week, or potentially in a month, that would be kind of a good case scenario because, we don't know how it's going to go. But if you get the actors back, you get the productions restarted, there's a chance that you can start filming Superman Lois before the end of the year. Like you can start filming late November, maybe, I would guess, or maybe even like mid-November. I could definitely see Superman Lois starting production along with those other shows, obviously, if they want to air them earlier. They are, as the article pretty much suggests, a lot easier to make than Superman Lois because Superman Lois has a lot of visual effects work, and it's a big thing and a big deal to actually um, it's a big deal to actually go full out on the visual effects. Obviously, we know that they are kind of dialing it back a little bit because it's 10 episodes. They've cut a bunch of the characters. They've cut those actors, and there's just less time for that. But there is still visual effects. There's still stuff that's going to be like the Superman Lois show that we love, and so that's why it's going to be coming out a bit later. But I think by this we can infer summer release for Superman Lois. I think fall, aka October, is actually a bit far. Like it's a bit far into the future. I think summer is when we're going to get it. So that is an update from the Hollywood Reporter. That's something I want to talk about. We got another super chat from Gary Gammon. Gary says, I've been rewatching Arrow on season 4. What's your ranking of the Arrow seasons? Oh, that's a good question. Guys, those of you in the chat who have watched Arrow, please rank the seasons. I'll give you my best seasons and I'll give you my most hated season. My most hated season is season 4 of Arrow. I really don't like it, Gary. Let me know what you think of season 4 now that, I guess you're rewatching it. But my favorite season is probably season 3. No, sorry, season 5. That's because I love Prometheus. Prometheus is my favorite villain on the whole show and one of my favorite Arrowverse villains. Also, I really like season 2 and season 1, of course. So, yeah, those are my favorite seasons, and also season 4 is probably my least favorite seasons. Jamie says I joined halfway through Arrow. I think I joined and watched the Arrowverse for the first time when I was maybe they were on season 3 of Arrow. I feel like season 3 maybe, or the end of season 2. But we have Willie Jackson, who has been a member for 10 months. Shout out to Willie. He says, hello, Ben. Hello, chat. How is everyone doing today? Doing very good, Willie. Hopefully you're doing well yourself. Sorry if you hear the cat in the background. She is prowling around, but that's to be expected in DCTV live streams from now on. She's literally behind the camera, guys. I'm sure she's about to come out in a minute, but yeah, make a little cameo. So what did you guys think? What do you think of the Arrow potential news? No, the Superman Lois. Oh, you guys got me confused. The Superman Lois potential news that the other CW shows coming in April. They're going to spend a bit longer on the visual effects, and so Superman Lois season 4 is going to come out after then. Oh, look, we got the cat cameo walking over the laptop as per usual. Ooh, she just jumped off. We have a ranking from Gary. Gary ranks it season 4. Oh wait, 4 last, Gary, or is 4 your favorite? Tell me. 4, 8, 6, 3, 7, 1, 5, 2. I would guess 2 is your favorite, 5 is your second, first season. Yeah, that makes sense. And 4 is his last. Yeah, that I would pretty much agree. But I do think 5 is my number 1. Although I do love season 2 with Deathstroke, of course. Gary sends in a third super chat. He says, "Oh, there's nothing here," but he says least to best. Yeah, his ranking. And sends in a 99-cent super sticker. Thanks so much for the super chats, Gary. I really appreciate it. If any of you guys also have any super chats you want to send in, you can do it now. Like I said, this is a short stream. We've gone 10 minutes. Go for like next 15, 20 minutes. obviously just put anything in the chat. We're going to respond. Like, this is just pretty much like a Q&A live stream between me and you guys. Do have one more topic that I wanted to talk about whilst I have you guys here. And so stick around for the rest of the live stream. It's not going to be super long, but hopefully it's, at least a little bit entertaining. And I really got to fix this stupid laptop. Like, why is it glitching out on me? It's supposed to be a good laptop as well. It's just the last few days. It's just been a bit slow, a bit laggy, a bit. Yeah. We do have another super chat from Gary. He sends in a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Gary. Gary says, "What is your Flash ranking of the seasons?" Oh, well, I could do this. This is good. Obviously, I can talk about the Flash all day. I love the Flash. But my favorite season of the Flash, my favorite season has to be season 2. That's because of Zoom. Like, I love Zoom. Zoom is my favorite of all time. So I think it goes season 2, season 1, season 3. That's like my favorites, and then my least favorite is definitely season 4. So not a big fan. Don't like it at all. I like season 5. I like some of the newer seasons. My favorite episode is probably from season 2. It's when Team Flash went to Earth 2 for the first time, and it was a 2-part episode, and they faced off against Zoom. Like, Zoom came looking for them on Earth 2 in the Earth 2 Star Labs, and yeah, that was like some of my favorite episodes ever. Also, I love, of course, the Flash musical crossover with Supergirl. That was really a unique episode, and it's something that I will always treasure. I always go back and think about that because it was one of my favorite episodes. We got Gary's ranking in the chat. Thank you once again for the super chat, Gary. Gary says my ranking is 1 as his favorite, and then 2, 3. Oh, I like that, Gary. I rate that you put 3 there. And then he puts 5, 4, 8, 6, 5. Oh, you put 5 again. 9, 7. Yeah. 7 is your least favorite. What happened in season 7? Honestly, like, it's a bit of a blur to me. Like, season 7, season 8, season 9. Season 7 was. I'm just checking the episodes. Oh, it was the Godspeed season, where in the first half you have like Speed Force Nora. Wait, was this the Forces? Yeah, this is the Forces. Season 7. Why am I like blanking on season 7 entirely? Obviously, I remember the Godspeed stuff, but before then it was, Family Matters, and it was Psych and all those guys. Yeah, season 7 was shocking. Like, even Godspeed, as much as it was cool to see Godspeed, still those episodes weren't the best. Like, it was very rushed. So yeah, season 7, Gary, I agree, is not up there in terms of the best seasons because it's just there's some big stinker episodes in there. But yeah, nice ranking, Gary. Jamie's favorite episodes, musical crossover too. I rate that, Jamie. I rate that. That's very cool. We actually have one final topic, and once again, send in any super chats as we head towards the end of the stream. But James Gunn has now confirmed, and if you guys saw my video like 2 or 3 days ago, go check it out on my channel. Basically, James Gunn, who is the head of DC Studios, has confirmed the DCU canon, and it may involve some past DC projects like the Arrowverse. So basically, everything begins in the DCU with Creature Commandos, which is coming out next year, and then Superman Legacy, which begins filming very soon in Atlanta in America. That's going to be coming out in 2025, so next year. But, and this is very important, James Gunn actually said they might take from past DC films, TV shows, and animation. And obviously didn't specify anything, but you have to remember, animation isn't canon to the past DCEU, so he's not talking just about DCEU. Obviously, there was Peacemaker, which was canon to the DCEU, but in terms of the TV shows, that's pretty much the only TV show that is, heavily linked. So yeah, what do you guys make of that? Obviously, you can interpret it in different ways. I interpret it in that he's going to pick and choose from DC history. Certain actors can come back and certain people that he really likes. Like, if he deems it like actually a good thing for the DCU, like he could totally keep some of, the past attributes or past actors, past characters, bring them back. Like, oh my God, imagine if we saw some version of our characters from the Arrowverse in the DCU. I would go crazy, and I'm sure you guys would too. But we know James Gunn is a fan, so we'll just have to wait and see. We got 2 super chats from Gary. Thank you once again, Gary, for sending in the super chat. No problem, Nathan. Welcome to the live stream, by the way. Gary says, "What's your Supergirl ranked?" Oh, this is interesting. Well, I think I love season 2, but I've got to go season 3 as my favorite season, and then season 2, then season 1. Just because I love Reign so much. That's why season 3 is my favorite. Season 2 because Mon-El. I love that story, that season. Obviously, the villain wasn't the best, but I liked what they introduced. Season 1 because it's the OG season. I could watch that season many, many times. I've gone back and rewatched it. Like, there's some iconic episodes there. Also, you have the Flash crossover for the first time. The World's Finest episode is great. I always go back and rewatch that. But we have probably my least favorite season is season 4, the Agent Liberty story. Not a fan of it. I really didn't like it. Just 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna move my cat. Like, she looks like she's eating something. So 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. We have so yeah, that's how my Supergirl goes. Yeah, we should get some cat merch for Hazel. But we have another super chat from Gary. Gary says, "Have you heard from Paigey?" Well, if you want updates to do with Paigey, I recommend you go watch Eric's video. He actually did a live stream and a video, I think, addressing this. But Paigey's not going to be around for a while in terms of YouTube, but he's okay. Like, yeah, don't worry about him. But I don't know too much. I'm not going to go into it, but thanks for asking, Gary. He's okay. And yeah, there's just not going to be much videos. So you're going to have to stick with me, Eric, Boba, and us lot, Flashverse, for your DCTV content, but also your DCU content as well, because I think we've all kind of gone more into that in, the recent months, I guess, since there's less and less Arrowverse since they cancelled all the shows and the Flash ended and everything like that. So yeah, that pretty much does it. So if you guys have any final super chats or any final questions you want to send in, and we'll do like a mini Q&A towards the end of this, because that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's just going to be a short stream today because we're starting very late, and also there's just not too much news that went on in the past week. Gary sends in another super chat. Thank you so much for all the support this live stream, Gary. I really appreciate it. Sends in a 99-cent super chat. Jamie says, "I wish we had more Maxwell Lord storyline." Yeah, that got cut off at the end of season 1. That was a shame. Obviously, you got cut-offs of different things because they moved from, CBS to the CW. They changed filming locations. Obviously, they film in Vancouver, but they used to actually film in Los Angeles. So half of the actors didn't continue. Like, that's why you didn't have Lucy Lane continue as well. And same with Maxwell Lord. Like, they just didn't really want to make that transition over to Vancouver because they just, I guess, like LA or whatever. Gary says, "When will you and Eric leave YouTube?" No, we have no plans on doing that. We're going to keep going. Of course, Superman Lows is coming out. Like, we're just making different types of DC content as we head towards Superman Lois. Not going anywhere. So be sure to stick around, join the live streams every week, and also check out all the videos that come out. If you guys have missed any videos in the last week, go on the channel after this live stream and go ahead and watch. I really appreciate you guys watching, because obviously not too much to talk about, if I'm being honest, but like some interesting topics that managed to pick out, you know, among like pretty much not too much. Nathan says, yeah, I really thought that when Max got his hands on the Myriad tech in Supergirl season 1, he would gain his mind control powers. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think the Max story was a good story in season 1, and people were definitely bummed to not see it continue into the next season. Obviously, you know, he has his good side, he has his bad side. It's a really good actor as well. You guys know him from Twilight, I'm sure. But yeah, that was, you know, a story that I would have liked to see more. He never actually returned to the show after season 1, unlike some of the other characters. But you saw, you know, like Cat Grant return, even though she left after a while. And that's just because, you know, moving to Vancouver and stuff, like it just didn't really work out for everyone, because that's just not what they signed up for in the first place, I guess. But no one could have predicted CBS not wanting it, and then like the CW coming and being like, yep, we'll take it. And so they just had to kind of deal with that. But yeah, that pretty much does it. We don't have any extra comments in the chat right now. I appreciate that it's very late, and you know, people aren't very much so typing up Arrowverse or DCTV content right now. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate every single one of you that tune in every week for the live streams. I apologize that this is a short stream. There just simply isn't that much to talk about. Like I don't want to drag you guys and talk for an hour about 2 topics or 3 topics or something like that. So I just recommend you go watch my videos this week, because obviously I talked mainly and in more detail about the stuff that we discussed in this video, in this live stream. But I see Cal in the chat. I'm sorry, Cal, that you're joining as I am ending. But we'll be back to normal 1 hour long live streams next week. And we're going to have some special guests. I'm going to definitely plan it and try and get it properly. And I'll announce when we're doing it, so you all know when to show up and on the channel, so you can watch the live stream. But that does it for this live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize if it's been glitchy at all. I'm having real troubles with my computer. I got to sort it out as I end this live stream. But that pretty much does it. Thank you, Gary, for all the super chats. Thanks to all the members that have been joining and tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.